right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 745. It's so good to see all of you here for this Tuesday evening. All you beautiful people ready to get this study going. It's you that are committed every night to get this thing done. You know, you're hooked in, you're plugged in, you're ready to go. Not many people are even willing to do that. So my hat's off to you. This is our 30 minutes of free test-taking techniques. That way you can get your study on. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs all the back office, answers all the text messages, voicemails, and phone calls, all that great stuff that happens in the background. But you're not here for me. You're what's for in the foreground here. She's your teacher, your professor, maestra. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and Series 7, which means that she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get that study, get that pass notice. You can have a, what is it called, Brandy?
A hot pass summer.
That's right. So that way you can stroll along the pool side with your pass notice and investment license in hand.
Yes.
So that way people go, what the heck? They're weird. And you're like, what is that in your hand? You're like, are you free on Tuesday? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Hey, whatever it takes to get your hustle. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody. Well, we're going to do test taking techniques Tuesday. Some people like to call it Taco Tuesday.
Taco Neek.
No good. You're not good at the setup, are you? All right. Some people call it Taco Tuesday. We call it Taco Neeks. It is the night where we give those techniques and the tacos. We don't provide the tacos, you do, and we provide the techniques. So let's get this thing going. You know, a lot of people are like, what are these techniques? You know, it helps you really see beyond, you know, what's in the question. So that way you can go ahead and you don't get fooled in these exams. Guys, it's not just a content type of exam.
Nope.
If it was that, I'd tell you to go memorize whoever's LEM book. It would help you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's some people that have rewrote that book, like rewrote it word for word.
Yeah.
And have not gotten the pass. How? I know everything in it. How? Because you don't know how to read the questions and you don't know what the answers are on there. You can't make the connection. You can't make the connection. Guys, this exam is not supposed to be easy. So you got to have a strategy and technique that's not like you had when you were 11 years old filling out a Scantron for the state testing, you know, that the teacher taught you how to do in 6th grade. Guys, that's not what you got to do for an adult type of exam in your adult life, doing these multiple choice questions.
No.
That ain't going to get you there. You got to learn a new skill. So tonight we're going to show you that skill set. We're going to show you those techniques. We're going to show you how to get this thing done. And if you haven't joined us for our paid, where we even go into in-depth, where we show you stuff. So if you're like, I just want to know stuff for the SIE, guys, this applies to every single exam.
Yes.
Every single exam. If you want more focus, we got our own members area. We got a whole program, all course material, our own audios, our own stuff that will help you get there. The only thing we don't provide is a Q bank.
Yep.
That's okay. We work around that. But we have all of our own stuff, our own study guides, all that stuff. If you want to learn more about what we do, Orientation Replay explains it all. All you got to do is scan the QR code, hit the link in the chat, and you're in there. We also have a study community where you can tap in there and you can go ahead and post up questions, ask questions, get questions answered by Brandy or the whole study community at large. Take advantage of that. It's free. Plus, you can find replays like we have for tonight. You can find it on there on the Discord. You can also find them on our YouTube, Telegram, Patreon, and Facebook. So if you want to get more of this stuff, you can find us all in those different locations. But we also have that Telegram. You can get nice little bulletins. Plus, you can message me over there. But the main thing is our 866 Hey Kona, 866 Hey Kona, 866-439-5662. That's our number. Brandy is only on the Discord. We got live session reminders happening tomorrow for the 26 and the 65. 26 is sick.
I mean, it's true.
It's sick. Tomorrow you don't want to miss because it's sick. Securities investment companies. Yeah?
Securities information.
Ah, dang it. Securities information.
It's one of those things that like pop up, but like aren't talked about frequently.
But it is tested.
It is tested. That's why we're talking about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. in the East. And then the Series 65 right after for 2 hours, by the way. And it starts off with 8 a.m., 11 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. in Hawaii, 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountains, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. in the East Coast. And once Brandy writes that on there, I'll remember what it is. Oh, that's right. Live techniques tomorrow. We're going to work on stuff to help you pass the exams and the Series 65.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Yep.
I think I put something different, though. Oh, right. What did I put? I think I put something different for everybody else out there. Ohms, same thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure my notes for everybody for tomorrow. By the way, your reminder, if you're a member, just went out to your email box. You can always get the live member code for this month. It's in your email. So if you're all hitting me up, guys, check your email. It's in there. It goes out the night before, so you can plan it out. And then so that way you can get into those sessions, or just simply write down the member code for all of this month. And it's the same one for the member code. And this Zoom code never changes for the free.
Nope.
For the last 3 to 4 years we've been doing this. So that's all we have. Yep. All right, everybody, let's get to it. Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. I told you we're going to fly through this, guys, because we do this fast. It's free. It's fun. If you want more in depth, you want more, that's when you join the membership. But tonight we got Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. If you're brand new to Test Taking Techniques Tuesday, we got rules. Yeah, rules. Yes, we got rules. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask, what exam did that question come from? I'm studying the SIE and I'm concerned I'm learning something that I'm not supposed to. I'm going to get confused. Guys, wrong way to look at it.
Yes.
You got to learn the techniques. What is she writing on the screen? How did she approach it? Why is she only looking at the answers first?
Yep.
Guys, these are all things that are ways to help you do these exams. I know, but I've been doing it this way for 30 years.
I know.
I know. My teacher, Miss Brockton, taught me in 5th grade at 10 years old how to do questions, and I've been doing it that way forever. Guys, time to shake it up.
Shake it up.
Look at the answers first. It'll help you read the questions with intent. Look for patterns. Look for things that we like to call our, what do I like to call them? Our techniques.
Our techniques.
Right?
Yep.
And how you observe these things. We're going to go over all of that. And then how do you simply get good at this? Because you know what? You're not going to get this at first. It's a skill.
It is.
Do you think any skill is easily learned? No, of course not. You got to practice it. You got to refine it. And that brings us to rule number 2, which is you got to go get yourself a quiz right after we're done here. We like to call them 10-question flash quiz. What does that mean? 10 questions, 10 minutes, 1 minute of thought. 1 minute of thought. Yes, 1 minute of thought. Some of you will get even better scores than you ever got before because you're not thinking.
Yep.
I know, it's crazy. Crazy to think that what gets in your way is your own brain, but it does most of the time.
Dude, it does.
And if you have that, then you're an overthinker, and these drills are definitely going to help you with that. Go with the technique, learn the strategy, and just simply go.
Yep.
10-question flash quiz. Are you ready?
Yep. Don't think, just click.
All right, let's go. Let's start the fun. Are you ready to rumble? Wow, Brandy's starting right off with the numbers.
I am.
She's
Did it last night.
Some people already got leg cramps and stomach cramps just looking at numbers.
That's why I do it. That's why I do it. In fact, somebody sent me a question, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of looking at the question in the number in the question."
You mean observing the different numbers and looking for a short way around?
Yep. All right.
That's weird.
All right. So A and C, right?
Yeah.
$2.40, $24, right? They are the same digits. Same digits. So I'm just going to start there, right? Because they're the same digits.
9 times out of 10, not all the time, but if you have that anomaly going on, a $2.40 and a $24 where it's the same numbers like that, it's probably one of those.
Yeah.
The answer is either going to be A or C most of the time.
Yep. And I'm going to say that C is probably way super high. So I'm leaning more towards the 240 because
$24 is probably a little bit out of the range.
Yeah, compared to the 240, the 180, and the 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So I got $60 and I got 4%. Okay. $60, 4%. Guys, check this out. 10% of 60 is 6. See, I always try to put it in something that ends with a 0, right?
Yeah.
Because
So if your check at the restaurant was $60 and you want to tip the waitress 10% of that, right? Which is not the normal anymore.
right.
It would be $6, right?
Right. And all we do is we just cancel out these zeros, right? Okay. Same kind of concept here, except for without doing math, I'm canceling out my 0. If that's a 6, that means that the answer is the 240.
It's closer to 240 than it is $24, right? Just think about it that way. Yes, we can do the math. Yes, there's a formula, all that stuff. Guys, this is a timed exam. And if you can just simply put it in your brain that if we're looking at those kinds of percentages, it's going to be a lower number than $24.
Exactly.
It would have to be really high percentage to get the $24.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see that?
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, because if it was, let's just say this, let's go like this. This is how it's not $24, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's 50%?
Yep. I was just going to say,
What's 60? What's 50% of 60? $30.
Right.
That's nowhere near 4%, right? So if 50% is closer to 30, that means it's not going to be
right.
that $24, right?
Exactly.
You can see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to do the math. No. And that's what we're trying to get you guys to do. Observe it. And just use your common sense.
Yeah. We've done this before.
And if you're an A personality that's right up your alley, you're like, yes, no math. I love
math.
it.
All right.
I can do that.
I got debentures. I got equipment trust certificates. I got mortgage bonds, and I got preferred shares. So I got that weird word.
And what do we say about debentures? Something about my dentures?
They're like dentures, right? And then I have certificates. I've got bonds, and I got shares.
Debentures are unsecured, just like dentures.
Right. Dentures are unsecured teeth. Debentures are unsecured bonds. But that's like, you got to know that, right?
I feel like
I'm trying to get to this answer without knowing that.
And I'm giving you information for free.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him just giving you information.
Just for the price of your internet.
That's what I'm saying. Which of the following is an example of an equity security? I don't know about you, but I don't think I denture out my ownership. I don't certificate out, or I don't trust certificate out my ownership. I don't bond out my ownership, but I do share my ownership.
Yeah, guys. Have you ever seen that? You guys seen a movie or two, right? Where they're like, oh, I'll give you a share of the company. Do this evil thing, and I'll give you 50% shares of my company.
Boom.
Right? See? And the guy goes, no, 60. Right? We've seen that.
Right.
Just got to watch a lot of television for that one.
There you go.
And just look at the wording.
Just look at the words. That's it. That's all we did. Just look at the words.
Do you have a long question in here?
I tried. I looked for one. I want to say I went through 50 questions looking for a long question.
All right.
Did not find them. Not long enough, I guess I should say. All right. So A says, I got debt backed by another company, such as a parent company. I got a secured debt instrument backed by physical assets of either a parent or a subsidiary company, or debt backed by another company. Didn't I read that already?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. Guys, debt backed by another company, debt backed by another company, right? And I got the parent company and I got a subsidiary.
Again, when you have like that similar type of answers and there's a one word change, usually that's the answer. One of those two.
Right. And a parent company is usually on top and a subsidiary is usually on the bottom.
It's the child.
It's like Meta is the parent company, and Facebook, Instagram, Threads, WhatsApp, those are all subsidiaries.
They're all children of Meta.
Right. The metaverse, right? So these two are, again, are opposite. Now, sometimes we don't recognize that we see two answer choices that are opposite because we're saying in our head, right? But sometimes when we read out loud, guess what? We hear, wait, I just heard that. Yeah, it just heard it because you just said it in A. You know what I'm saying? Be okay. Read it out loud. All right. Boom. A guaranteed bond is, man, I don't remember reading about guaranteed bonds, but I know this, that if I was backing up the debt, if I was going to,
I'll make it simpler. If I had debt, right? And I was like, oh, that better be backed up by something, right?
Mhm.
I'm going in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I want the assets backing me up from the child?
Right.
and their children toys? Or do you think I want the parents' assets and their adult assets?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I want it backed by big people stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. I want the parent to back it up. And that to me is not securities vocabulary. See, a lot of us would have stopped at guaranteed bond and we were like, man, I don't remember reading that.
Ooh, no, they would have picked B. They would have went secured debt instrument.
Oh, because
just because it's secured. Oh, I want secured and it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Wrong. True. You're looking at it wrong.
That's true. That's true. I was just looking at parents and subs. I want my teacher, not my sub. Okay.
I want the parents' assets.
Right. Okay, guys. This one made me laugh. This one actually made me go like this. No way.
That easy?
Yeah. September 27th, October 12th, September 26th, September 23rd.
It was September.
All I know really is that I want September to end.
Wow. I was thinking which the other band. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
This September.
That one too. But this, like, I could say that October is the only one different, right? It's different. And usually we do like the one that's different.
Yes, we do.
But I needed to make a match, right? And I don't know why, but because I saw October was the only one that was October, because October was my last date and I saw paid, right? What is the payable date for this dividend?
Wouldn't that be like the last day or something like that, I guess?
It's paid on Wednesday, October 12th. What's the payable date?
There you go.
I mean, what? Why are you wasting my brain space with this question?
Did you see that? It will be paid on October 12th. And then it says, what date will it be paid out? It just told you.
Like what? I guarantee you guys, this is what I would do when I see a question like this. I would literally go like this. No, man, I'm missing something. I have to be missing something. And then I would force myself to pick something else because there's no way. There's no way.
Diana put it best. She's like, the answer was in the question. Yes.
Yes. Look, the answer's in the question. Look, the answer's in the question. Look, the answer's in the question. We don't think of it that way, though.
Do you know why? Because if you would have read this question and not looked at the answers, you would have got it wrong.
I guarantee you, this would have been a 2 to 3 times read.
Yep.
If you would have started with the question.
But you're on here, so you know not to do that.
Do that.
I won't get fooled again.
I didn't even read anything else in this question. Didn't even. Why? Waste of time. The number of shares or units for the transaction.
Did you say shares?
Shares.
Oh, sorry.
Shares. Wow. I'm going on 4 hours of sleep, guys. The number of shares or units for the transaction, time and price only, the security for the transaction, or whether to buy or sell. So check this out. Not only does it have Andy's favorite word and,
I love the and,
but it also has the word only in it.
Yeah. So I'm looking for what? An except, because the other 3 don't have an only or a Mona. So that must be that one's a standout somehow. So I'm looking in the question for some sort of standout answer.
Right. Because guys, must only, never, and always, there's usually, like, it's usually not true, right? Or maybe we should say usually the except. All of the following are true except. All the following have something to do with something except. Right?
Right.
Discretion given to a registered rep to make transactions applies to all of the following except.
B. We're not even thinking about the content. We're looking at the words once again. Not even talking about the content and why that is. We're just looking at the words, guys.
Just looking at the words. Oh, I have one more. Guys, so the and is a relatively new little subtle hint that you can't ignore. You can't ignore the and.
Can't ignore
I'm not saying that it's 100% true.
Can't ignore the and Andy either.
No, you cannot, because it is 3 out of the 4 letters.
And ignore the and Brandy either.
That's true. It is 3 out of my 6 letters. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, there has been more times than not that we've gotten the answer correct simply because it was the only choice that had and in it.
Yeah.
It's too creepy to ignore is what I'm trying to say. Freaky?
I don't know.
Strange coincidence. It's something to pay attention to.
It's too much of a flag to just say that's not something.
Yeah, it happens too often. Makes you go,
Things that make you go,
There it is. CZ Music Factory. All right, I got high unemployment. Oh, this makes me sad.
That song only means something to people over 40.
I know. Prolonged periods of healthy economic growth. That makes me happy. Plentiful employment opportunities. That makes me happy, and it's actually opposite of that one. And robust production.
Another happy.
Makes me happy. I want my production to be robust.
Again, just like the only, that A is the only one that's meh.
I'm a little meh.
And that usually you're going to see that in the question. I would look for the meh.
I'm a little
the
meh.
Except.
Meh, meh,
Right.
So accept, that's a good one. I think the answer is A. But let's go with the question. Stagnation in the economy can be associated with, what is stagnation?
Exactly. If you're in the exam and you forgot what stagnation means, what are you going to do?
I think of puddles with mosquitoes in it.
It means nothing's moving.
Yeah, it's stagnant water. That's why you got to add the mosquitoes in it, because like pools don't have, what do I want to say? Pools don't have mosquitoes because the water's moving, but stagnant water, nothing's moving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. By the way, PSA, if you have stagnated water around your property, please drain or get rid of it. It is a breeding down for mosquitoes.
And mosquitoes are not good.
And they carry and actually, Florida and Texas are getting malaria because of mosquitoes again.
Mosquitoes carry diseases because unlike bees, they don't die after they bite you.
No.
And I know bees don't bite, they sting. I know. Poke you with something. Is that better?
Yeah, whatever. Good enough.
Anyways, that's it.
Again, if you didn't know anything on the exam, you forgot what stagnation means, and you hit that, I would have gone with A just simply because that was the only one it had the buh. It was like, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, and guys, I know you might think that I'm like messing around with that made me feel sad, that made me feel happy. No, because guys, I'm telling you, these are the subtleties that we miss. High unemployment, bad. Prolonged periods of healthy, plentiful, robust. Guys, they did that on purpose. They did it on purpose. If this was not like a flag going, pick A, pick A, pick A, pick A, I don't know what was. This was like one of those questions where you're like, should I pick A?
Yeah.
Because it was like
too easy
because of all of the words used. And by the way, guys, high unemployment, healthy, plentiful, and robust, not securities vocabularies.
No, it sounds like more like a soup.
Yes.
Advertisement.
Exactly.
Now from Campbell's, our healthy vegetable, plentiful with vitamins and nutrients with that robust taste.
That was really good. Don't underestimate the fact that you are all adults. We know what words mean outside of securities. Don't underestimate the power of those connections. Yes, they point to the right direction.
There you go. Pay attention. Now it's your turn to go grab yourself a flash quiz. Go get those 10-question quizzes in. Go get those drills. Make it happen. Guys, these are the skills that pay the bills. I know they're not easy at first, and it's going to take you out of your comfort zone, but it's worth it. It's well worth it. I mean, how else do you think Angel passed in 52 days? Everybody goes, how? That's how. That's days. It. SIE through 26. Done. It's all about the techniques. He couldn't tell you any of the content. I know that.
Nah.
There's a lot of people that I know could not tell you how any of this stuff works. They just pay attention to the questions and they get a pass notice. And you know what? That's all that matters. Go get yourself a pass notice. We'll have live sessions tomorrow. We'll be back for Discord Wednesday tomorrow night for the Studying Brew. Same bat time, same bat channel. Stay safe out there, everybody. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice the techniques in your flash quiz, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.
Yeah.